Alright, you guys, to start off, I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. I'm already messing up. Rewind Concealer in the shade Tan, and I'm just going to blend that out. Then I'm going to go in with my Umoja palette from OPV. You can use this code right here if you like to get a discount off of it. It is an affiliate code, okay? So I'm going to start off and apply this orangey shade in my transition area just to warm it up, and then we're going to go in with two other deeper toned shades. They're kind of like one's a more reddish brown and one's a traditional like chocolate brown. We're going to blend those two colors together into the crease. I'm not sure why my voice is skipping or why I'm messing up today, but I'll just blame the cold weather. Alright, you guys, so once I have this in the crease, I'm using a crease brush and I'm kind of winging this out. So as I'm blending, I'm winging this out towards the outer part of my eyelid right there, just to start creating that shape. Then I'm going to go back in with my large fluffy blending brush and just blend it in again. Just make sure that everything is nice and smooth. Now I'm going to go in with just a chocolate shade and deepen up my crease. I want this look to go from dark to light once I cut the crease, you know what I mean? To give it that nice like dramatic cut crease look. Now to deepen up the crease just a bit more, I'm going to use this brown shade from this contour palette from Pure, and I'm just going to add this into my crease as well. This is also going to add a different tone of brown, more on the cool side. I'm going to use the same concealer and a concealer brush to cut my crease. So the same Age Rewind Maybelline concealer in the shade Tan to cut my crease. I actually like the concealer, I just don't like the applicator sponge thing. It's not for me, but you know, if you like it, that's fine, but you know, it makes it hard for me to get the product out, and I have to like, you know, squeeze it, and it feels gross. Yeah, so that's my only issue with this concealer. So I'm just going to go in and just clean it up as much as I can. I definitely want a winged out look because I'm not adding wing liner to this look. I've been liking my looks without wing liner lately, and I think you guys like them too. So if you do, let me know. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy the looks without wing liner. Now going in with this deeper cool tone brown shade, I'm going to use this to deepen out the winged out part of the cut crease, and if it just gets like smudged a bit, you can always go in with a bit more concealer and clean that right up. So if it happens to you, it's okay, not a problem. Now I'm going to go in with the Ocean palette from OPV, and I'm going to use this gorgeous gold shadow. It's like a pressed pigment shadow. I definitely recommend using a stiff brush or fingers to apply it. It goes on almost like gold leaf. That's how it goes on, like chunky gold leaf. That's how it goes on. So yeah, if you want to use a sticky base, you know, like the elf glitter primer, that would work great. The concealer worked great for this look because I was filming and it was like 2-3 in the morning already, so I was not trying for this look to last hours or, you know, an entire day or anything like that. So if you want it to last a bit longer, especially with these types of eyeshadows, you want to use a sticky base. Now going in with the Monsieur Big, I think it's called Monsieur Lancome Big mascara. I'm just gonna apply that to my top lashes and then blend the red tone and darker brown shade, not the cool tone one, the chocolatey shade. Blend those two together and smoke out my lower lashes, then go in with the orangey shade and blend out the edge of that. I'm also gonna go back in with the chocolatey shade just to deepen up right under my lashes, and then go in with the cool tone shade to give it the same effect that I did in the crease. You know, I want to keep the colors consistent with each other. So I'm gonna go back in with this mascara from Lancome, which I absolutely love, you guys. It's a very expensive mascara, but it definitely does the job for my lower lashes. For lashes, I am using, for falsies, I am using these winging lashes from Velour Lashes. I've had these for what, 3-4 years now. I've only worn these maybe once or twice, and I think they're starting to have that shelf life effect because some of the little hairs were coming off. So I'm gonna use them until they fall apart, and that will be that. For face, I am using the Maybelline Superstay Foundation in the shade Cocoa. Then I'm gonna go in with the Bellperre color correcting palette. I actually got this from TJ Maxx. I bought 2 of them, but I believe on the website they're like $50, you guys. So if you could find this in TJ Maxx, I suggest you pick it up. I really do like the consistency of the correctors, and they blend out really nicely. All right, so I'm going to go in and I'm using this sheer foundation brush from Smashbox. Even though that's what they call it, I think it does a really good job at applying full coverage foundation if you do it in a patting motion without, getting the foundation into the bristles of the brush, like, really shoving it in there. So I like to do a patting motion, and this gives me that airbrush beauty blender type effect without, having the streaks and lines on my face. Okay. I also like the pointed, rounded, it's like a shape almost like a little dome, a pointed dome. So I like that part to get right under my under eye area. It really helps a lot. Also to get into those little creases in the nose and between the eyebrows. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the forehead and just blend that in as well. Alright, you guys, once I'm done applying my foundation, I'm going to go in with my LA Girl Pro HD Concealer in the shade Fawn as usual. As usual, I'm not going to use the Maybelline because it is way too light to use for my highlight, and I just don't like the way it looks. It just looks just too bright and off. So I'm going in with my Old Faithful LA Girl Pro HD Concealer. So I'm creating kind of like a wing shape, almost like feathers in a triangular shape, and bringing this around my nostril area. Okay, you could try this out if you like to see how it works for you. It's up to you. All right, also adding highlight to my chin, under where my contour would be, and forehead, and the bridge part of my nose as well. I'm using the same brush that I used to apply my foundation to blend out the concealer using a tapping motion. This way I don't have, like I said, those lines and streaks in my foundation. And make sure if you're doing this in, in this type of way, you blend out the edge of the concealer. Make sure it blends in with the foundation so you don't have a start and finish. You know what I mean? There's no start, there's no finish. So make sure it's like faded into each other. I know my lash is lifting, my eye just kept watering, so I'm sorry about that, you guys. And also you can definitely use the under cheekbone highlight to give you a contoured look without adding extra product, like, extra contour product. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to go in and blend the bridge part of my nose and my forehead as well. I'm trying my very best to just do a patting motion so I don't have streaks in my forehead. Then I'm going to go in with this new powder that I got from Maybelline. This is their loose finishing powder in the shade medium deep. Okay, and you guys, I love it. I just love it. It's amazing. It's amazing. Okay, I'm gonna use it a few more times, but first impressions, it's amazing. Definitely going to be picking this up more often than my airspun powder. I love the finish that it gives. It gives a really nice, flawless, airbrush, poreless look. Okay, I also picked up the Fit Me powder in the shade Java to contour. It's a nice shade. I just felt as though it made my contour look a bit muddy, so I actually picked up the other shade. The in-between shade between Mocha and Java is Truffle, so I picked that up today. So I'll use that in another tutorial and see if I like that one a bit better. Alright, so I'm going to use the same Java shade to contour my nose, and I'm using this rounded brush. I believe this is a contouring brush from Real Techniques, but I could be mistaken because there's just so many names for all these brushes. But use a contour brush if you have one. If you don't, just use the eyeshadow brush. It does the same exact thing. So I just squeeze the brush to kind of, get it nice and thin, so this way I can create my contour line right there, and then I just go in and blend it out. You can definitely contour your nose more, defined if you want to have more of that pinched look, if that's what you're going for. Okay, but I also picked up this highlight from Wet n Wild. This one is called Golden Flower Crown or Flower Golden Crown. Girl, it's one of them. Okay, the name's too long. I'll put the name in the description box. But I do love that it is so fine. The powder is so fine. It doesn't look glittery or anything like that on my cheeks. So I definitely love that highlight. So I will be using that more often. For lips, I am using the Lip Bar liquid lipstick in the shade Boss Lady. It's such a beautiful blue tone red. It's definitely one of my favorites. I have a few, but this is one of the top two that I really like. Okay, so if you like a nice red lip, I suggest you check this one out. All right, so this is it for the look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hey, if I'm boring, if I'm not entertaining you enough, let me know. But if you like the simple, get to the point tutorials, let me know. Okay, I'll see you guys all in another video. Love you guys. Bye.